Hey, this is OXDF, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. A 2025 year in review, OXDF 2025 status update. Not quite sure what to call it, but basically we're going to go through what happened on the blog, the channel, the YouTube channel, as well as a little bit about my life in 2025. I'll be completely honest with you, it feels a little bit egotistical to be making such a video about this kind of thing. But at the same time, the creators I follow, when they make something like this, I always really enjoy getting that peek behind the curtain, getting to know where they are, what they're doing well, what they feel like they can improve on. And I find those videos really enjoyable. So I'm going to give it a shot. I've been thinking about this for a couple of years now, and feels like now is I'm going to actually try it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this is kind of cringe or if you enjoy this kind of thing, and maybe we'll do more. So we're going to run through the blog in 2025. We're going to check out my Google Analytics, that kind of stuff. We'll do a YouTube review for 2025, look at the analytics there, and then just touch on personal stuff. Okay, so the blog. In 2025, I wrote 110 blog posts. That's crazy. That's more than 2 a week. Now, some of these things are combined. We'll go into the details, but basically 49 of those were the weekly Hack the Box machine. I believe they didn't release the first week of January and the last 2 weeks of December. But other than that, 49 weeks in a row, machine retires, blog post comes out, boom. There are also 3 non-competitive releases in 2025. So just boxes that the Hack the Box staff mostly thought, an exploit that needed to be showcased, needed to get out there, got it out real quick, and that happened 3 times. And then there were 28 VulnLab posts. Hack the Box acquired VulnLab in 2025, and then basically the second half of the year put out most weeks 2, sometimes 1 boxes just on like Tuesday, Thursday, as new boxes to play. They're good boxes. You should go give them a try. They're not super played. But anyway, I tried to keep up with those for a while. I managed to do it for a while, but changes in my personal life made that not possible to keep going. I'm going to catch up on that because I'll be honest, I take great pride in being able to say I was the only website on the internet that had a write-up for every retired Hack the Box machine. Hack the Box cannot say that. At least last time I checked, there was, I think, 3 or 4 boxes that didn't have write-ups. IPSec missed a few boxes. So I was the only one. And now I'm missing a few. So I got to fix that. In addition to that, so that's 80 Hack the Box machine or posts. I had 18 posts that made up the Holiday Hack 2024 solution. This post, that solution actually won a prize, which was pretty cool. But those released early January. It took up 18 posts. It's one post, but it broke into 18 different pages. Hackvent 2024 ran in December 2024, but published on January 1st, 2025, and that was 4 posts. For whatever reason, its successor FlagVent in 2025 ran in December 2025, and I published 5 posts related to FlagVent on December 31st this year as well. So that's 9 more between the 2 of those. And then 3 cheat sheets. And I've really enjoyed doing these cheat sheets. I think it was I don't remember if it was in 2024 or 2025 that I finally took the time to get them all organized together and created a cheat sheets page on the blog. I really should look that up. But that page now puts all these cheat sheets together, and there's a variety of different topics. And go check it out. It's on, if you've gotten this far in the video, if you don't know what my website is, it's oxdf.gitlab.io. Go check out the cheat sheets in the top bar. Let me know what cheat sheets are missing. What cheat sheets do you want to see? I'll make more. I think they're really cool. Maybe we'll take a quick peek at those during the blog section of the video or when we keep going. Yeah, so I think that totals up to 110 posts, which is just still kind of bonkers. Yeah, I'm gonna rearrange my screens real quick, and we'll go check out my browser and Google Analytics. All right, so we're here in Google Analytics. I'm sorry there is no dark mode. You're just gonna have to hopefully not be too blinded by this. And we're on the homepage. Basically, I have Google Analytics on the site. I suspect a lot of you block it. I know I block it. I run Brave, which blocks it by default. But some people, I guess a lot of people don't. So it gives me useful information just about are people visiting the site, which is an interesting thing to see. I can see here, in the last 30 minutes, 56 users have been here. It looks like China and the US, India, Taiwan. Kind of cool. I don't know why China's surging right now. That's not always the case. This thing I don't check this that often, but it's always jumping around differently. And then, this is my last calendar year, and you can see, it's interesting. I have kind of this baseline level of around 6,000-7,000 views a week, or 6,000-7,000 users a week. but I have these huge spikes. So here's a spike where I went to 21,000, 19,000, 22,000, 42,000. So 13, 16. I don't know what causes these spikes. We'll get a little more detail in a minute, but like, I honestly have no idea. But it's kind of cool. Scrolling down a little bit, you can see the countries that interact with me. Russia is up there. Interesting. That was never, that was not the case the previous year, I don't think, but this is a year-long metric, so I guess so. And then right here, we can see the pages, and we'll actually dig into this. Let's go a little deeper. Now I have, for that same time frame, you can see the top 5 pages here, and they show in the chart. So you can see every time I get a spike here, it's a spike in the default 404 pages, which is a really cool page. That's research I did actually in 2024, not 2025. But I'm really, it's a useful website. It's nothing like super crazy, but I just managed to look up. In fact, I'll take this opportunity just real quick. We'll go take a little detour and check out. This is the cheat sheets page, which I did make in 2024, so I can't brag about it for this video. But default 404 pages, basically you just got all these different 404 pages, and you can check, oh, which one of these do I have right? Oh, it looks like this. Let's go down here. I've got the, I've got, this is what Django, this is what it looks like, the source, and you can say like, oh, this is probably Django, because everyone is slightly different. So anyway, cool site. Check it out, and also check out these cheat sheets. Like, give me recommendations on what you want to see. Cool. All right. So anyway, all of the little spikes for the most part, except for down here, these are spikes in the tags pages. There were, I don't know why these are showing up here, but interestingly, so the top page is the 404 page. Cool. I love that. Love seeing that stuff that featured. At first, I thought maybe like these were like when IPsec mentioned the 404 page, because he does from time to time. But this is like on a Tuesday, Thursday. So if that were the case, I would expect it to be on. This is a Thursday. I expect it to be on Saturdays when his videos release. So I don't think that's it. Anyway, second most popular is the index page. Third is the tags. That makes sense. The OffSec exam cheat sheet, super cool. TJ Null and IPsec maintain lists. TJ Null for the OffSec has lists of hack the box machines that are useful for practicing for different OffSec exams. So I just pull from his list and make an interactive page where you can see the exam you're doing and link to the blog posts on mine with the list of machines and everything. I think it's handy. Another cheat sheet here. The cheat sheets page itself is number 6. The UV cheat sheets number 7. The Machines Interactive is number 8. That is from this year. That one I'm actually just think is cool. So we're going to go check it out. It takes a second to load, but you can come in here and it's got all the machines, and then you can start to just filter, so you want to do on lab machines. Cool. Now we're down to that. You only want easy ones. Great. You want mediums. You want all of them. Let's see. Anyway, you can filter by OS, etc. So you can also, this is kind of cool, if you want to like mark the ones you've completed and use this as like your to-do list. Now you can show only ones that are complete, only ones that are completed. So anyway, I think this is cool. I like this page. It's my 8th most common page, although only 11,000 people. So I don't know, or yeah, views, 5,000 users. Clearly, no one's using it as their regular to-do list. Interesting that Escape makes the list. I don't know why, but that's kind of cool. And this is a pretty old post, so anyway, just goes to show what people are visiting. Is there anything else here I wanted to talk about? You will note that the total revenue from this column here is 0. It's because I don't have any ads on my site. I take pride. This site is kind of my baby, and I like putting effort into making it look nice, and I just feel like ads would make it trashy. So even though I probably could earn some money from it, it doesn't feel like the way to do it. So no ads on the site. Yes, that's it. Let's switch over to YouTube. I put out 43 videos this year, which is close to one a week, although it was very sporadic and it's not something I've made a pattern of. And I think if I wanted to really grow my YouTube following, I'd have to get in the habit of doing a YouTube video every week. And that's just not what I did. I'll show you, they have some views we can do in a second to kind of show my frequency, but I'm up to 16,679 subscribers. I've put out 0 videos in the last 28 days and I've gotten 153 subscribers, which is pretty darn cool. That is my favorite, like that. I don't know. That's just neat. I appreciate that kind of thing. I appreciate getting follows. So yeah, that's very cool. Let's go down to analytics and we can see let's change this to 2025. Cool. So this is my 2025 in review. 114,000 views for 6,700 hours. I gained 4.2 thousand subscribers over that time, and I made a whopping $250. So I have not quit my day job. But I mean, sure, I'll take a check from $250 occasionally. As you can see from these little things indicate I put out a video. So you can see they're kind of clustered. Like I put out 7 right in this little time here. I put out basically these are the Advent of Code videos. So I think there's 12 or 13 right in there for this year. That's, we can look at the most popular content from this period, which free AI Hack the Box tutor. I think this is the coolest idea. If you're learning Hack the Box, if you're learning CTF, if you're getting into hacking and information security, check this video out. Like, do retired boxes using AI as your tutor. It's just that is the way to do it now. I was a huge fan of guided mode on Hack the Box. I wouldn't use guided mode today. I would use Claude or OpenAI or Gemini with a write-up so that they guide you along, but you don't actually get access to the answers. So anyway, check that video out. It's pretty cool. It released in November and was still my best performing video of the year. Second up being my Python UV for hackers. You can probably see that was this one, and then I think this is UV for hackers, and this little spike here. Only hacks. Neat little challenge, nothing special. I suspect it's number 3 here because there's a pretty girl on the thumbnail. That is not just like a random clickbaity pretty girl. Like, that is from the challenge, and I put parts of the challenge into the thumbnail like I always do. It caused some controversy on release. I had people in the comments complaining that I should be better than to use pictures of pretty girls to get views, which was not my intent. And yet, to some degree, it's my 3rd most watched video of the year. And it's like, I mean, it's a web challenge, but I don't think it's one of my most interesting videos, to be honest with you. That said, I was worried. Like, I don't want to just like use pretty girls to sell things, but at the same time, like the girl in the video, in fact, this is based on a friend of mine, and I think it's like a AI modified version image, but like why shouldn't she also be featured on a thumbnail as well if it's part of the video? I don't know. It gets very complicated very fast. I was worried that all these views would be like people just clicking in and then realizing like, oh, I'm going to see something cool, and then like, oh, this is not what I thought. But if we dig into this, one of the things you get for every video here in YouTube is the retention over time. And at first you'd be like, oh man, so you're telling me, here at 32 seconds, 38% of people are no longer watching. Which, when you first start doing YouTube, you've got to get real hardened, because that is, you'd be like, that sounds terrible. But if you look at this like dark gray is kind of my average. So it's a little bit lower than average, but it's basically riding my normal video. And by the end, it's actually way above my normal video. So maybe people are skipping ahead to see if the girl comes back. I don't know. It's not, if this was like the only reason people were clicking is because they thought they were going to see a pretty girl, and then they got me talking about hacking, you'd think this would fall down to like 0 real quick. So people watched it as much as any other video. Anyway, interesting. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I'll say about that. Some of these other ones, like, I'm really happy to see my bash reverse shell and what happens in a shell upgrade video. I think these are things that every hacker fundamentally should, like, everyone does a shell upgrade. Everyone knows how to do a, bash -i shell. But actually understanding what's happening, it's pretty cool. I've got one on the Netcat reverse shell too that is not in the top 10, sadly, probably because I don't use it anymore. So I link to these in almost every blog post, hoping that somebody will click on them. But I think these are cool videos. I think you should watch them. I think Farewell made the list, number 5 here, because it makes it sound like I'm leaving. But really it was just the name of the challenge that my coworkers made for me when I left Hack the Box. More on that to come. So yeah, let's see, that's about that. Let's go through the other one is audience. So subscribe, I don't actually know what is this? How many people tuned into me each day? Is that possibly right? No. I don't know what this is. I never actually looked at this one, just to chart that closely. Whoa, let's not do that. Maybe it's like some sort of like running average. I don't know. Anyway, interestingly, most of my videos are getting new viewers each time. So if you're a new viewer, welcome to the channel. I'm surprised you made it this far into the video, but welcome. Only 3% of people regularly watch, so thank you, 3%. I appreciate you. Looking at my most recent ones, which ones grew my audience? I know that not that many people watch my Advent of Code videos. I just love doing them, so I'm probably gonna keep doing them. There's a few of you who do them and comment with me, and I appreciate you, but that's what they are. Let's see, that's not super interesting. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Most of my audience is watching on a computer and then a mobile phone. That's not surprising to me. I mean, I would expect most people have mobile phone watching as by far the lead. But when you're doing hacking stuff, it's hard to watch on a phone. I try to make my font as big as possible, but you can only make it so big. United States is my leading geography here, followed by India, then Germany, France, United Kingdom. Cool. This one breaks my heart. I don't know. I wish, if you, especially if you are female and you have advice on how I can make my channel more accessible to women, I would love to do so. 4.4% is sad. And I used to, my coworker, Roadrunner, used to joke that she was my 1% because she watched every video, she said. And I guess, Roadrunner, if you're still watching, hey, glad you're still here. Maybe I've gotten bigger now that you're only 4.4%, but I don't know. Seriously, I have 2 daughters myself. I would love for them to be interested in tech. If they're not, that's fine too. But I would love to have a world where they felt like they could go comfortably into it. And I don't know, if there's something I could be doing differently to make my videos more accessible, I would love to know, because I would do it. And that's about that. I guess that's it from the YouTube point of view. If there's subscribers versus not subscribed. 68% of people who watch me are not subscribed. If you've made it this far in the video, I guess, jam that subscribe button or ring that bell or whatever we're supposed to say. I don't go out of my way to really sell the YouTube stats. Probably should/could if I wanted to really grow my audience and my following here. But I think I'd have to get regular publishing on YouTube first. And really, that feels so sleazy. I probably won't do that. So yeah, probably not. But if you've made it this far and we're talking about it, you could subscribe. It would, it'd make me happy. As other content creators have said, subscribing is just the easiest, best way you can support the work I do. And when I do get, when people do watch, it makes me want to do it more. So I will say that. All right, I guess that's basically all. I guess the only thing left is just to say, is there anything else I can go back to just me? Life. After 4.5 years of working at Hack the Box this year, I left. And I not because I didn't like Hack the Box. In fact, I still love Hack the Box. Hack the Box. Without Hack the Box, I would not be where I am today. I would not have this website, and you probably wouldn't be watching me. It's a great way to learn how to hack, and I'm pulling for Hack the Box. I'm their now biggest fan. I got an opportunity to work at Anthropic in AI, and it seems like at this time right now, no matter how you feel about AI, having a front row seat to it and being involved in it, I've always said I want to do work that matters and is interesting, and it's hard to argue that that's not the case. Anthropic is an amazing place to work. I've never worked anywhere where everyone was really smart and so friendly. You ask somebody a question and let me get a half hour with you. Let's get a half hour together and I'll show you, walk you through it. No egos, I very much enjoyed working at Anthropic. So, while the future is exciting and a little terrifying, I think it's the future. So it's pretty exciting, and getting to work on the AI cybersecurity aspects of it is just pretty cool. So it has taken away, it probably hurt the pace of my ability to publish content, but it has also given me access to things like maybe I would have gotten it anyway, but with Advent of Code this year, at the end of every video, I showed how Claude could solve it as well, and things like that. So you might start to see more AI stuff seeping in, but this isn't going to become an AI channel necessarily. So, I'm going to call it here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You made it this far. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know. Let me know if this is the type of thing you want to see again next year, or if this is, again, like I said, a little cringe and not something, we don't have to speak of it again. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.